Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, winter, Winternomics.
What it do, what it is. How's everybody doing this morning? Happy hump day, motherfuckers. Hope you youngsters are all rested from your concept call as this old man drives you into the fucking dirt. And y'all can barely make it. 20-year-old kids struggling. Y'all need to eat your fucking Wheaties, seriously. Never seen such a thing in my life. I actually left the concept call and went to bad take because I wasn't fucking done. You guys suck and win. Always funny to see. Never realized you could be so overwhelmed by fucking information, huh? Too funny. So how you guys feeling now that you got to sleep on it a little bit? Feel like you got a chance to set into your mind? You think you see things a little differently after that call last night? It's a pretty good call. So that's OG concept call. We started that one in a fucking bar for like an hour, and that's where we get to have a real convo, you know. I know a lot of you believe that you can schedule value and schedule your epiphanies, and as much as I like to give you the structure that you want in time of day to like organize around your life to show up for these things, the real magic is when you kind of like let your guard down a little bit and actually, you know, allow yourself to truly talk about the concepts as how they relate to you. That's where you have your greatest epiphanies, you know, when it's relatable. There is a lot of information in those calls, and I don't expect you to retain it all. it's a language. We talk about markets in our own particular way, and we understand it, through that way. And so we want, when we're teaching you how we read markets here and how we look at price, it's very simple. Most people looking at this show be like, the guy just draws a fucking bull flag. That's it. All he draws is a fucking bull flag. Well, motherfucker, because that's probably because that's all there is, right? But if it's not clear at first, it's always a problem of resolution. And so that's one of the things we endeavor to help you guys do is back up and maintain, proper perspective so you can keep the proper context of price. So, that being said, looking through the emotional lens of all the people that are, with their greed dying for the instant gratification is one of your greatest weapons. Sentiment reading the entire ecosystem as a system, Twitter as a system, any collective group of emotional participants as a system is markets, and markets are emotional. So, given that I've kind of put my detectors out, listen to what the feedback I hear in constant calls, maybe not what I say directly, but I learn things every call, and I learned a lot in that call last night, and it gave me I think a much better perspective as to where I think we actually are. Shout out to everybody throwing some bits. Peace outside. Kenichi, PQ, Winter Trader. Appreciate everybody that supports the show in the mornings. Let's see. Ripped out 2 pages out of my fucking prep book. That's really stupid. Whoops. Fuck. Alright, man. That's such a pain in the ass. This book sucks my ass. It just breaks off the fucking paper. Anyways. Did a lot of prep. Seen a lot of things. Read a lot of sentiments. So, let's get started. Abra, respect everybody throwing some bits in the morning. You guys must have loved that motherfucking goddamn concept call. Good night. But tell me you guys, how many of you didn't realize that the concept call had started for like an hour while I was just casually talking to you at the bar? That's always the funniest part, right? A lot of people feel like there's like a certain like, okay, I'm ready for the concept call. Motherfucker, I'm just me all the time. It's just a convo. So you get yourself all hopped up for some highfalutin financial conversation, you're gonna be fucking disappointed. I'm not that nigga. So, anyways, this is me talking about markets. What the fuck is wrong with this fucking chair? Alright, there we go. What do you guys think of the show art this morning? Did you guys dig that? Put a bit of work into that one, more than it probably looks like. But I'm happier with this one than the last one. I couldn't get the resolution fixed on the last one. I was pretty mad. But I want this guy to kind of look kind of like velvety. I thought he came out looking pretty cool. Dig the color scheme. What do you guys think? Can you see it? Can you see the time traveler? Are you feeling the vibes? Can you check MGM? It's always a concept call if you allow it to be. Damn right. Yeah, for sure. People wanting for you to start sharing your screen. Yeah, if people are sitting there like thinking of pretty pictures, a concept call, that's it. The conversation is what helps you understand the concepts and like deal with information differently. Everybody can see the charts I make in all the shows. It's how you actually take the information and use it that we work on. So, now markets are 90% psychology. The magic's not in the pretty pictures. It's in the way you think about the pretty pictures. Blue texture, that was kind of bluish purple. That's what I was going for. Fuchsia, that's not fuchsia, Abra. This is fuchsia on the show. That wasn't fuchsia in the picture, though. So, I like that. As much as I did kick you guys and all that, like when I did kick the eco, it's a sentiment read on a collective population inside that system, right? And I venture into bad take, and I get a different sample, another sample, not a different sample, another sample of a collective body of people and sentiment in another market, specifically the NFT market. And I gotta say, I've definitely got some interesting sentiments, coming from that marketplace. Cactus Cloud says, Clonix looks like it's going to rip. Why does it look like it's going to rip to you? I'm curious as to why you say that. Let's look at the chart. He says, looks like it's going to rip. I'm not telling you I disagree with you either. Paying attention to the massive volume that you see here, this is the volume from the monolith debacle. This is the volume that's not coming from the Blair airdrop farming that everyone's doing. But look at this chart, right? Let me get another chart up for a reference chart. One sec. Let's use BTC. So this is where this combo is going today. What is wrong with this thing? Let's go look at old cycles. All right, so Clonex next to BTC. This sounds like a legit comparison, doesn't it? But here's one thing that we do always want to look at, right? How, volume structure in the marketplace. What's something that's very fucking notable about Clonex right now at the end? Yes, Blur is incentivizing people to fucking do tons of volume, and they're going to pay them fortunes of money for the points they run up. But only your biggest players are going to make money off of this, right? And it takes a lot of money to do the kind of volume that you're seeing there. Ultimately, this liquidity that Blur is introducing is closing the spreads on the weak bids and allowing an exit for people that otherwise are going to take massive discounts to get out of 20, 30, 40 clones. Now, you have to realize that the incentivization by Blur is literally paying these traders to acquire your NFTs. So as they churn and earn fucking rewards, if the incidental volume that they're intercepting, by creating a liquidity and an exit for holders that have just seen enough down this wave and the psychology is burying them, have a way out into the pockets of somebody who's a much larger player who's being compensated to grab your shit. Ultimately, if this is the most sophisticated, largest player in the marketplace, he's going to intercept a shit ton of volume at the best prices in a fucking calendar year. So do you know how crazy that is, right? They're being compensated to basically suck up the inventory of a whole bunch of projects. Now, if a guy with the most money in the market has the fucking, biggest allocation of this asset at the best prices, he's in a hell of a fucking position, right? He's not mom and pop who has the ability to buy one clone. That person can transact fucking millions of dollars worth of clones, and that person will have the kind of pockets, reach, and relationships to change sentiments through clever marketing in the marketplace. So, that's an insane thought when you realize it. Market making is not just fucking churning the order books and fucking cornering supply. It is changing the perception of the participant and their willingness to participate at much higher prices in the very near future. Everyone's going to be able to see where that price point is, and if the price is up and people are willing to FOMO into higher prices, right, that's a distortion of reality through emotion. People are saying the volume's low. Let me look. I'm talking out my ass. Okay, that could be it. How about now? My bad. I hope you guys heard all that. So, just keep, don't want to lose track of what I'm saying, right? So, what you're seeing is an incentivization for a more mature marketplace where there's liquidity. These guys are transacting hundreds of clones. They don't give a fuck about any one of these clones as much as you fall in love with your forever clone, right? These are two different types of traders in the marketplace. But these are the kind of participants you need. So I'll show you something. All right, let's see. I hope this is still up there. Okay. Right. So this is Poloniex. For any of you that used to trade back in the old days of crypto world, right? This is one of the exchanges that had all the shitcoins that people like to trade on. And this is the fee schedule for market makers, right? So people who provide liquidity. When you want to fire dump your shitcoin, if there is no awaiting bid, right, the spreads can be really big. You can take really huge discounts. To create a marketplace where whenever you feel like it at any fucking point in 24 hours and you want to sell fucking, 1,000 or fucking, 6 figures worth of fucking shitcoins, you need a way out. So exchanges incentivize players to provide the liquidity that allows you to operate and have a market made. It is literally the fucking literal term, right? Making a market. The more volume you do, the cheaper it gets. The market maker, so the maker versus taker fee, right? You FOMO an offer, you're a taker. I put up an offer, I've created liquidity for you to be able to buy something. So they are incentivizing people to put up bids and offers to allow the market to function. this is a necessary evil, whether people like it or not, right? If it wasn't, the market would be highly liquid, and you'd suffer massive discounts to get the fuck out of like these assets, right? That's like how it is in real estate. Real estate is a massively illiquid marketplace. When you go into distressed markets cash, you have to take huge discounts to get out of your one house. Guys like me in the foreclosure world, we provided liquidity. We gave you a way out of foreclosure in a very similar fashion. So when you get to a place where a person is transacting $50 million worth of fucking crypto per month, they're damn near free. And then there are levels to where they are actually free. So the volume that they generate isn't costing them shit. They are being compensated to create a liquidity pool for you to actually act in the marketplace. Now, Blur is bringing that dynamic to NFTs. At the end of the day, right, Polo introduced this dynamic, in 14, 15 when they emerged, and it creates liquidity that ultimately allows for your marketplace to ever fucking happen, right? This is Poloniex is back in the nether regions of crypto. This entire wave is because you have a structured market that can handle the fucking growth and liquidity demands that ultimately occur. This is a very key thing for the development of a market to have happen, right? You're in the before time where everyone's like fucking, before ping pong bots. When I got here in 2013, I could actually make the inside market of BTCE and a couple different shitcoins. There were no ping pong bots, literally manually putting up fucking bids and offers and moving around with the inside market to fucking catch people. I could literally do that for weeks on end. I did that inside of fucking BTC in 2013. Once the ping pong bot showed up and started to get a little faster, right, it killed that kind of game and you had to automate it. So the market had to, mature and evolve to be able to deal with Wall Street institutional fucking money. Well, this is actually a good thing, whether people realize it or not. You're bringing very sophisticated people into the fucking marketplace that will allow fucking people to make decisions without losing their ass, right? Ultimately, these people, do they shape the market? Yes, they fucking do. But that's markets and money. That's any marketplace. There's no such thing as a non-manipulated market. So get that stupid idea out of your head, right? If there's a money incentive, the market's going to be fucking manipulated by any human beings that are in it. That's just the way it fucking works, and that's a moot point in any asset class. Let's see. What up, Umut? You're back. Welcome back to Acolyte, sir. What did you say right there? Funny thing is CT seems to be very bearish regarding the Blur farming, and a lot of people think this could create an extinction level event for NFTs. And a lot of people in crypto are really fucking stupid and think a lot of stupid shit. So that's what you want to hear, is people with their fears talking out of their asses because they don't really understand what it even is. At the end of the day, people didn't like the aspect that the people would trade so much volume they didn't pay any fees while you had to pay fees. Well, those people carried the market liquidity that allowed for Ethereum to ever be. So where was I at here? So huge volumes in the fucking lowest part of what is very obviously a crash cycle. Fucking, in dollar terms, Clonix is down, from as high as like over 70 G's on the floor to fucking like, 6 and 7. It's down 90%, which is exactly the ratio you want to see in a fucking, in a bear market situation. Sorry, wrong chart. So what do we have here that's, looks interesting? BTC from top to bottom. Oops. Well, down like 80 something percent. LTC was like 90%. And sorry about all that stuff. And the heaviest volumes in the entire cycle at the end. Right? This is a sentiment no one thinks crypto is coming back in the end of 2018. No one wants to even look at it. And the biggest exit volumes are being eaten by somebody who's going to ultimately have the fucking deep enough pockets and the fucking patience to sit it out and fucking start to market, a different sentiment in the marketplace to help get rid of what they caught. These are not broke people catching your fucking exit liquidity right now. They are not your exit liquidity. Not from fucking up here. If you paid fucking 10, 15 ETH and you're fucking bailing out at fucking sub 5 into this fucking pool, one of you is a dumb money. But it's not who you think. So I think this is this is a good development to see. A lot of people who get sucked into like, oh, you're gonna fucking like, change the value of the art. Look, when you follow with your bullshit you're gonna buy for fucking years and years, no one gives a fuck. That's the same thing as when people buy a house from me and they're like, it's my forever home. I don't give a shit. I've sold like 10 of those this month. Get the fuck out of my driveway. Right? We're not the same people. So never superimpose your peasant level fucking views of reality onto motherfuckers with real money. They don't give a shit how you feel. Get your art, love it, live it, throw it away, whatever the fuck. Don't worry about other people's money. This is a good development for the marketplace as a whole. Liquidity matters. The Fed tells you that all the time, right? Whenever there's a problem, just inject liquidity. Well, Blur is injecting liquidity. The interesting thing will be to see, right, if these guys are sucked up enough volume down here and they no longer have incentives from Blur, what they will do to facilitate enough liquidity in the market to help them get out of what they want. Ultimately, they don't want to just generate a bunch of volume, have a bunch of fucking tokens, and then the market goes dead and they're just holding this shit with it holding the bag. So it behooves the participants that are down here to help facilitate an active marketplace to allow this to keep on going past the incentivization of Blur. Blur is basically, funding basically the maturation of market maker systems in the marketplace. And hopefully this is an evolution forward, like it was in crypto when that showed up, back here before we had this massive run. See if I can find another picture for you fast enough. Let's see, where is it? Comics. This is useful. This is, where the hell is it? Okay, I think I got it here. Uno momento. Digging through the archives. So that was something that actually led me to realize there was something big coming in the marketplace. Was what I saw in 15. I'm trying to find it. I have a picture. Fucking folder. Confound it, Jackson. I'm finding it. It's actually a conversation I had with, of all people, Kobe. Where is that chat? Right, this. In this, this entire trapped system at the bottom of 15, I could tell the behavior was a sophisticated party. I have some more text to this. I was like, if it leaves north from here, the zone is gonna go fucking nuts. Where did I put it? I think someone huge is in the order books, right? The behavior of BTC in the bottom here, when people were pretty much looking away, I could see evidence of a sophisticated algorithm, institutional algorithm. I'm like, this is not a normal fucking behavior here. I saw that same thing show up in the order books of Polynex through the APIs on ETH in 16. Really sophisticated, really fucking fast algo. Before that, I used to dick around in the inside market of fucking ETH, and eventually I couldn't do shit. And I'm like, something really fucking fast is inside Ethereum. And it's not on any of the other shitcoins. It's just ETH and BTC that have this really warp 9 algo that looks like something from fucking Wall Street. Ultimately, right, that sophisticated money becoming entrenched at relatively low prices is likely a good thing for forward prices because these people aren't going to take losses. So you're seeing something fucking huge that looks like nothing else in the order books at pretty much fractally the same location relative to the history of the cycle of fucking NFTs right now. These people are going to need to get the fuck out. That's my thought. So, don't FOMO anything. Let price prove itself always. But that's something I was thinking about. And so one of the problems that you get is that, we talk about things, when people are tunnel vision zoomed in and are highly emotional, if things aren't clear at first, it's usually a problem of resolution. Well, let's look at resolution, right? BTC back in, let's see, what are you doing, you crazy thing? Back here, let's go into trenches of December, right? This looks like Armageddon to everybody. This is like a fucking dog shit looking market. Is it though? Is it? Right? Because you guys, wait a minute. Let me get something that doesn't have a bunch of stuff on it. Well, that's okay. I can draw on that, right? You guys love a good bull flag, right? That looks like fucking money. If I could just get in here, I could play the whole wave, Dad. All right. Well, what's wrong with this guy? If things aren't clear first, it's probably a problem of resolution. That guy was just a bull flag like this, wasn't he? That's all he really was. Right? We told you a crash cycle is just a bull flag, ain't it? Your problem is that you have a resolution issue. But that's all that really was when you thought about it. Because price is a fractal thing, so a crash cycle is really just a bull flag at a resolution that you think is really big, which is your problem. So the reality is, right, BTC was really actually in a bull flag. I'm not going to do this, but yes, right? From 17 on, that's all that was. It was a bull flag. So that brings us to our next conversation. One day. The stock market. Could it be that this really shitty fucking looking, pullback, people are thinking is a crash, imminent recession, all that? Could this be a bull flag too? I wonder. That doesn't look half bad, does it? If it's not clear first, back the fuck up, right? That motherfucker is literally the bull flag of our dreams, isn't it? And if that guy rotates, oh, that could be a long-term fucking rally that nobody's prepared for, right? One of the realities is that people don't realize the linear skew of charts skews fucking, relativity, but that's what logarithms are for. To help you realize the amplitude of that pullback is nothing compared to the internet bubble itself, right? Linear charting means that fucking if I go up from 10 to 20, that's a 100% move. But if I go up 10 points at 100, that's a 10% move. So what appears to be a large run at the top of the market really is distorted by the way the chart presents itself. So you see it like that. But in truth, right, what's the bigger move in the marketplace? From the bottom here to there, it's 500%. Let's look at the move up to this point. That's a 1200% move, and this move here is 50. It's distorted, right? So when we kind of think about that and just look at it, right, that's the reason people in the here and now can't see things, right? The internet bubble, let's use IXIC. There it is. Okay. The internet bubble are eggplants. Just like BTC was really just a bull flag, wasn't it? Because that's all there is. That's why Kaz only draws those. Because that's all the fuck there is. And now I've got another one. If only we could catch it in time before it leaves us behind and we realize in hindsight it's a fucking bull flag. Well, motherfucker, what do you think? Did we catch it in time? Maybe. So it doesn't have to be, but this is at least the place you want to be before you look back here and go, man, if I was just around in 2003, I'd have fucking had it. Well, now you can be a time traveler, motherfucker, and you're here in 2023 and you could fucking have it. So, eyes on the prize, motherfuckers. All right, so that is a morning spiel. That's 9:12. You guys like that opener? That's an opener. All right, let's see if you gave me some war stories. War stories. Did you guys give me war stories? Watch, you probably gave me a bunch, and now I won't be able to read them because I'm fucking out of time. Reload. Biatch. High res plays. Oh, you did. You fuckers. 3 of them. Never, ever is there 3 war stories in the same day, you motherfuckers. I don't have time. 9:12. All right, let's do it. Who's this? Fet. Sup Eco. The following trade I have taken after I saw breakout of the macro bull flag on the Nasdaq. It went pretty good, and another. Smaller bull flag has been broken, and I took that as a bonus to my conviction to let the trade run, as I thought this had the chance to be a big reversal. I haven't cut my position or dragged my stop loss into profit because I thought I wouldn't get stopped out with the pump being so big. Fucking tada, I got stopped out by a wick and then price took off again. Reminder to always take your money when you have the chance, as anything is possible. Felt a bit devastated and called it a day. At least this way I can prevent further loss. Thanks for your teachings, Cass. Okay, so looks like you had a pretty good runner. I can't tell exactly how much R's you were up on this, but you should have some kind of method to book something to get in a place where you don't give anything all the way back. Like, maybe not at 2 R's, but something like, in excess of 2 R's to pay off the risk to let you stay and then see what happens. It'd be great to get the whole move every time and sit there and take the bull flag rotation. You could caught a killer rotation, a killer spot, but without moving stops or at least cutting something to pay this guy off with a percentage of the whole thing. Like this is just bad management in general. So figure out what you normally get. You're going to realize if you're reliably always finding like 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 10 R's from your entry logic, and establish like an average of what you normally get, and make cuts within that range. The anomalous trade is the one that goes 20, 30, 40 R's, right? If that's not your regular, your goal is to survive till you end up running into one of those, not treating every trade like it's going to become one of those. So trade within the normal statistics of what you normally experience. Establish something, whether it be a 30% cut or a 60% cut, something to pay down this fucking risk, so that in the event this happens, it's a risk-free trade by the time it comes back. If you've gotten a decent move, this is more than decent to have done something to protect it. So, but good reflection too. So it gives a chance to talk about it, which hopefully that helps you think about it. This is, I'm short on time. Do this. I did the macro effectively. You guys realize that, right? So I'll probably look at a few little things, but time's a factor. So little by little, step by step. This is abracadabra. Hey, Kaz and Eco, discovery of the month. February is a drift month for me. Was the same on 2022, and here we go again. Not a great pattern to have indeed, so I was journaling a lot this time, and this allowed me to learn from my own mistakes. Here are some quick notes. Do not abandon streams. Keep this habit in place this time. Deal with focus. Had concentration troubles, so use techniques to help myself. Cloudy state of mind equals no trading. Yeep in capital letters. Life will always make you look away, so cement your habits before drift knocks your door again. Here is my coming back trade. Took the NASDAQ for the first time in my life. Oh, really? That's cool. It is a paper trade. I am learning the platform to trade stocks based on the intel directly from yesterday's show. Was not sure about the time frame as it is pretty low for me. However, had no trouble making a plan, executing without any mess and emotions, simply following the entry logic learned in Acolytes. Thanks a lot, Kaz. This knowledge makes the whole process of trading so much better and with no stress. And thanks, Tiki, for your advice. It keeps saving me from the chops. That Tigerson, he's a clever one. Closed body based on statistics and structure, left free roll to escape FOMO. There, that's exactly what we just said for FET, right? So based on her statistics, she could leave the trade to run, and if it comes back, she won't give it up. She's comfortable booking something than getting all of nothing. So that's the perfect war story to go behind FETs, to kind of and this is how you guys learn from each other, right? See what other people are kind of doing that allows them to stay and participate in big runners. Have a great day, everybody. Good shit, girl. Thanks for sharing that with everybody. Look at this. What's this? Paying attention in Discord. Oh, she fucking had a free roll at 9 hours, and it looks like she flipped short over here and caught the downside too off of full reversal on the crash cycle. That's money shit, girl. That's very that's pretty fucking big balls to switch around and catch a dump that fast. That takes really good mental dexterity, so that's good shit. Happy to see that in your comeback from your drift. Those are some good ass war stories. Appreciate that, guys. Oh well, fuck it, I can do this. Perky G, low res plays have been draining last week. Decided to zoom out a bit. Been following this stock for a while, but missed a big move. Normally I would keep waiting for the bigger structure that would never come. What I learned in concept calls and used for this trade, basket analysis, look for the best of breed within sector, helped me survive during a day where markets were correcting. Recontextualizing flag to play continuation, to find a time frame and profit target that makes sense. Awesome. I like the way you wrote that. Sounds like you really own it, man. You speak the language. Good stuff. And so one thing is true, right? If we're looking at a bull flag at the scale vehicle fucking monthly on the Qs, and we're trading around in the fucking seconds in that thing, do you realize how many steps down into the dream you are if you understand the logic we talk about, wave logic, right? Everything gets more difficult every step you go down, right? Time fucking distorts the more you go down the dream of inception. When you think you're coming down and trading in a fucking sub-minute resolution, when we're really looking at a rotation that can take a few months to happen, context matters. So sometimes you may need to back out, right? What you consider the macro structure may not have been it. And that's one reason I zoomed you all the way out to that resolution. Sometimes people just don't step the fuck back. All right. So that all being said, I'm at 9:18. Wow, that went really fast. What the fuck happened? All right. So we covered that macro. I don't have to do all the same stuff. I think we're turning around in the same place, and so we're talking about just being patient here, with the Qs and stuff like that. Just really quickly in the near resolutions, right? We're sitting on this box range. We had this little trigger here, the first high that was wicked, and we're basing on top of this right now. Pre-market is sitting just around here right now, so we want to pay attention to this. If we actually dip back through here, go through this level, and head into this system, that's a whole nother chop shop. So we've been doing a lot of expanding formations and really shitty ranges for like about a week and a half here. And it's because we're just really sitting inside of a no man's land spot in the market. S&P's pullback was out of the phantom zone, and right now it's kind of congested. So we're being patient to see if that rotates. Really, the strength has been crypto. Crypto is unusually strong compared to what we've been seeing over in the stock market. But again, too, right, best of breed things like Perky G just mentioned is that the stock market of the U.S. isn't the best of breed, right? The best of breed is really Europe, and still is. So they don't look half as horrific as we do. We look at like the CAC versus like the NAS. The problem is that we're in this kind of like expanding shithole formation because we are not the best of breed. And that's one reason now you can see why you want best of breed, right? Price integrity matters. No one wants to trade this insane fucking expanding range shit when the CAC has got such cleaner structures going on if it actually, rotates from this. This is the difference in picking like a shitty semiconductor versus a leading semiconductor and like what's going on with my fucking my shitcoin. It's a best of breed issue, right? And the US is not that at this moment. VIX things. So paying attention to him, sub 21, want to see if that keeps sustaining. This is kind of a bull flag structure pulling back this far, but we pay attention right now. It's under 21. If he stays there, he'll allow risk assets to be strong. Crypto is a better of breed, so that's worth paying attention to. The sentiment really sucks. And we talk about looking at things like the massive volume that's come into these systems at the bottom of huge cycles. Well, crypto is the same thing, right? We look at fucking ETH right now. Hey, remember we talked about monthly systems? Well, that matches the fucking triple Qs, don't it? You kidding me right now? Is that the resolution of risk assets? They're bull flags, just not a res as people are looking at. And I've seen this story before where no one thought this was fucking shit, right? That was over here. So NFT volume, the structure of this, the sentiment of this, the thinness of the show, the fucking deadness of the eco. If there is ever a time that people are staring away from opportunity, in the most recent 12 to 15 months, I'd say it's now, right? It's skeleton crew vibes on fucking big reses. Add one more thing here. So I don't know, I did a pretty good close to this show. Let me see, I had something else cool I was going to show you guys. So that was something else we mapped with this, right? The bull flags of LTC from the previous cycle. That bull flag from the 17 cycle for BTC. And this cycle, LTC's got basically a 2B structure across the two cycles with the same kind of amplitude bull flag and trajectory in the decline. He was our timing for the summer bottom, which ultimately did fucking seem to occur. As far as we've been from crypto, the bottom from the summer in graveyard has sustained, right? This is looking at down to LTC, I think Atom and ETH. And, right now, sophisticated, traders are entering the NFT market in a very bad fucking sentiment over there also. So I think, this is worth paying attention because the bulk of our community is not awake. And the bulk of many people are looking in the wrong direction right now and are really tunnel vision zoomed in on fucking like what happens in the next week or two, right? Impatient money fucking like lends itself to being taken over by patient money in the higher resolutions. Somebody playing in the big scales benefited from all the people who were sucked into Armageddon at the end of 2018. And the sentiments feel a lot like that. So nothing new under the sun, right? What's old is new again. So I think that's pretty good. Where are we at? I'm not running you guys into the bell. So I had a lot to cover on this one. It's a 922. It'd be a little irresponsible if I do these symbols, but I'm a crackhead, so here goes nothing. All right, we're going to go really fast. I shouldn't. But I'm a fucking crackhead. All right, motherfuckers, what'd you put on here? Caterpillar? I seen it. Ah, your list don't come up on the TV again. Cat. Turn that off. So Caterpillar, we talked about him. This is not the chart for Caterpillar. It must be this one. No, it's not that one. It's actually the fact that we have it on the main wall of TradingView. So with this guy, Caterpillar, Some of these guys have looked really strong at all-time highs, are worth paying attention to. I said that about like Deer. Jesus fuck. Got it. I got it. I'm on. I got it. Deer, bull flag at the highs. Caterpillar, structurally identical right now. I think it's you're kind of impatient, right? You're being patient. And like I said, some of these systems, like, this looks really bullish. The Qs look like they're lagging this all, but there's a lot of bull structures here and a lot of bad sentiment. So definitely worth paying attention to that. Fucking thing took out my symbols. Cat, STLD, BMW. Oh, you guys asked a lot of symbols. I really can't do this. BMW, STLD. Steel Dynamics, a lot of basic materials do look really good right now. Like, in the world of like Nucor, these guys have like, very bull structures. Paying attention to all that stuff, basic materials, things that are infrastructure build and stuff like that. Caterpillar's part of that. Deere, STLD, X, all them guys, copper guys, FCX, right? These guys are all bull as fuck in really interesting spots right now, worth paying attention to, right? Major fucking bull flags on a few resolutions going into these basic material guys. Fuck, time, 9:24, STLD. Fuck, I already forgot the other symbol. BMW, fuck, BMW. BMW, luxury vehicles. I've actually been paying attention to that. That looks pretty goddamn bull, right? I think we can see that. We talk about Zoom, CCL, and things like that. Antisocial versus social. You want to see a really crazy fucking ratio? How about the haves versus the have-nots? How about Ferrari versus fucking Ford? Now that's a bull flag. And what you're seeing here is luxury brands are fucking like outpacing fucking like mom and pop or everyday regular brands, right? In a high inflation environment, very wealthy people benefit even more. And so LVMH versus something like Gap, right? These are very bullish structures in fucking like, luxury brands versus fucking like, the middle of the road. So definitely have noticed that. And BMW is no different, right? BMW is also benefiting and being a much stronger asset than, say, BMW versus like GM. Right? Bull structures on fucking luxury brands across a few different spaces. All right. So that's it. I can't squeeze any more in. It's 9:26. Gotta be responsible. So y'all motherfuckers get out there, kick some ass, and try and incorporate some of the things you learned in the concept calls. Like seeing the turnout we had. We had like 70 people in there. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Legend, you're a legend. Thanks for dropping some mad bits on the show. I appreciate everybody that did support the show. Glad you guys enjoyed the call. You got 4 minutes. Get your game faces on, motherfuckers. I'll catch you on the flip. Peace out.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome